Most people think a business only counts as wealth if it's growing, scaling, or making headlines. That idea is wrong, and it's costing regular people a second income they could already have. Here's the truth nobody says out loud. The best business you can own isn't the exciting one, it's the boring one. The kind that keeps paying you whether you show up or not. That's not a side hustle, that's an asset. And most people never build one because they're chasing the wrong definition of business entirely. By the end of this video, you'll know the real difference between a job wearing a business costume and an actual asset. You'll know exactly what makes a small business behave like a stock instead of a second job. And you'll know the one structural decision that decides which one you end up with. If you're ready to stop trading time for money and start building something that pays you back, subscribe and like this video. It costs nothing, and it tells me to keep making these. Chapter 1. The business that's secretly a job. Here's the mix-up almost everyone makes. They open a business, and they assume owning it automatically makes them wealthier. It doesn't. Ownership isn't the thing that builds wealth. Independence from your own labor is. Picture the difference this way. A stock pays you whether you check on it or not. It doesn't need your energy, your hours, or your daily attention. Most small businesses are the opposite. They need the owner every single day, answering messages, solving problems, showing up. Stop showing up, and the income stops too. That's not an asset. That's a job with extra steps and more stress. Economists have a simple way of separating the two. An asset produces income independent of your labor. A job, self-employed or not, produces income only while your labor is present. A lot of small business owners technically own something, but what they actually built is a job they can't quit. Because if they stop working, the entire thing stops earning. This matters because most financial advice skips right past it. People get told to start a business. Like that phrase means one thing. It doesn't. There's a massive difference between a business that owns you and a business you own. And the difference isn't luck or timing or some rare idea. It's structure. It's a handful of decisions made early, usually before the business even opens its doors. Chapter 2. What makes a business behave like an asset? So what actually separates the two? It comes down to whether the business can run and keep earning without the owner's direct hands-on labor every day. There are 3 things that determine this. The first is systems. A business becomes an asset the moment its core operations are documented well enough that someone other than the owner can run them. If the process only exists in the owner's head, the business can never separate from the owner. The second is people. Somebody besides the founder has to be capable of doing the actual work. That might be one employee, a handful of contractors, or an automated service. The point is simple. If only one person can do the job, the business is fragile by design. The third, and the one people underestimate the most, is demand that doesn't depend on the owner personally. If customers are loyal to the business because it solves a problem reliably, the business can survive the owner stepping back. If customers are loyal to the owner specifically because of their face, their name, or their personal touch, the business collapses the second that person steps away. Put those 3 together, and you get something powerful. A business that keeps producing income even when the person who started it isn't the one doing the work anymore. That's when a business stops behaving like a job and starts behaving like an asset, generating cash flow the same way a stock or a rental property does, quietly in the background, without needing you every single day. Chapter 3. What this looks like in real numbers. Let's put actual math to this because vague ideas about passive income don't help anyone. Take 2 people earning roughly the same amount. One runs a service business where they personally do every job. A landscaper, a consultant, a tutor. Their income caps out at whatever hours they can physically work. Say they earn $70 an hour and can bill 30 hours a week. That's about $109,000 a year, and it stops the moment they stop working. No labor, no income. That's not an asset. That's a well-paid job wearing a business license. Now take someone who built the same type of business, but structured it differently from day one. Instead of doing every job personally, they trained 2 people to do the work and built simple checklists. So quality stayed consistent without them supervising every task. They charge customers the same rate, but now they're not the one doing the labor. They're the one owning the system that produces the labor. Say, each of those 2 workers brings in $60,000 a year in revenue, and after paying them and covering costs, the owner nets $20,000 in profit per worker. With 2 workers, that's $40,000 a year in income that requires almost none of the owner's personal labor. It's smaller than the first example's income, but here's the difference that matters. This $40,000 keeps showing up whether the owner works 10 hours a week or takes a 2-month vacation. That's the trade at the center of this entire video. The first person built a bigger paycheck. The second person built a smaller machine. Give that machine a few years to grow. Add a third worker. Refine the systems. Raise prices slightly. And the income catches up and then surpasses the one-person version. Except now, it does it without demanding the owner's daily hours in return. This is exactly how boring, unscalable-sounding businesses end up outperforming flashy ones over a decade. Laundromats, vending routes, small maintenance companies, local service franchises. None of them make headlines. All of them can be structured to run without the owner standing in the middle of every transaction. Chapter 4. The one decision that decides everything. Here's the payoff, and it's simpler than people expect. The decision that determines whether your business becomes an asset or a job isn't made years into running it. It's made at the very beginning, when you choose how the business will operate. If you build the business around your personal skill, your face, your hands doing the work, you've built a job. It might pay well. It might even feel rewarding, but it will always need you standing inside it to function. The moment you stop, it stops. If instead you build the business around a system that other people can execute, you've built something closer to a stock. It generates income independent of your daily presence. The same definition that separates a paycheck from real wealth. That single decision, work in the business personally forever, or build something that works without you, is the fork in the road almost nobody points out clearly, and it's usually made without anyone realizing it's even a decision at all. So loop back to where we started. Most people think owning a business automatically means building wealth. It doesn't. What builds wealth is owning something that pays you whether you show up or not. That's the whole difference between a job in disguise and a real asset. Here's a question worth sitting with. Right now, today, if you personally disappeared for 2 months, would your income keep coming in, or would it stop the moment you did? If this video helped you see that difference clearly, subscribe and share it with someone still working inside their business instead of owning it.